He does it a lot faster versus Protoss. This game, he still did it quite fast, considering, comparing to Nama. Nama was a little bit more delayed, but OGSTop has the perfect timing where he can get this expansion up, but still have units there for any counterattacks that try to come in to stop this expansion. And very nice play by both players. We were just getting players both ready to go in this game. Lost Temple is going to be interesting to see how both these players play on this map.
And honestly, these games are best of 3, so everything's on the line right now. Top is 1 win away from making it to the finals. Nama 2 wins away from making it to the finals. And if you would like that player to be top, give a cheer for the Korean player, OGSTop.
And if you like that player to be Nama, please also make some noise for him.
And here on Lost Temple, we have Nama spawning in the north position as the blue Terran. In the left, we have OGSTop as the red Terran. In these spots,
I was going to say, these locations are very important, actually. Obviously, the distances between both the naturals are so close, so you can have a lot of early pressure from infantry, but as you were looking at before, the cliffs, they're so accessible for both players to just drop here and abuse the natural of each other.
Yeah, tanks are a very, very common staple unit on this map for those cliffs, but most importantly for this Xel'Naga watchtower. If you can get tanks sieged up here, you defend the gold, you defend all the other expos around the map. So it's very key, especially with these positions, because these players share a Xel'Naga watchtower.
And you can actually hold a contain quite well from that position as well, not allowing your opponent to move out. And especially if you just send an SCV to the right-hand side, for example, if we look at for Nama's base, if he was in a containment, the only really position he can go to is around the 2 o'clock position. And if OGSTop has that, an SCV there, a turret there, supply depot, he can really keep a close eye on what Nama's trying to do.
Yeah, looks like no gas yet from either player. Looks like there's the gas going down for OGSTop. Nama going to throw his down just a little bit later. This is going to be, again, a little bit of an uphill battle. Nama, though, really does rely a lot more on tanks. That is his comfort zone. So I think he's going to be quite happy when he sees these close positions.
Oh no, OGSTop scouting in the wrong direction, unfortunately. And Nama will be going in the correct way. So unfortunately for OGSTop, he will scout quite late, though. It depends. If he does go into this base and see nothing there and then realizes the scout from his opponent was quite fast, he may actually just send the SCV straight up, expecting his opponent to be at the north position.
Looks like both of them are getting orbital commands. No, Nama getting that 16th SCV. Very unusual. Most players only get 15 and then get their orbital command. No second gas yet from either player.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. They might actually go for a factory first. Both players going for the refinery before the factory last game. The refinery going down for Nama before the factory. When we look at OGSTop's base, it looks like he is waiting. No, he is going to be putting the factory down right next to the barracks. A little bit of difference between both players.
There it is. There's the factory going down right now. So Nama likely going to be going for something a little bit more gas heavy, like Banshees with Cloak, or alternatively the Raven. Does look like factory now getting thrown down for Nama, and I would not be surprised to see OGSTop do something a little bit more tank Viking-like.
And is this SCV going to get in there? No, it will not. Denied by Nama. A couple of Marines are coming out, though. As you were mentioning before, oh no, he's actually going to lose this Marine. One more hit, yes! It goes down. If he keeps this SCV alive also, he can control this Xel'Naga tower. And as like I was trying to say before we started this, you said it was extremely important to hold this position, and it is in OGSTop's hands.
Weirdly enough, Nama's front is actually quite vulnerable, and if OGSTop senses this, he can actually pop up with just a few Marines for a huge push. We don't see any add-on coming out yet. No, that's because he is making a Hellion, and OGSTop is hiding a starport at the right side of the map.
Oh, this is really interesting. Nama has a starport in his main, obviously going to try to switch it up once again, but the position for the starport for OGSTop on the right-hand side of the map is going to allow him, if he decides to go for a Banshee and gets a tech lab on this, it is so close for him just to drift over this little island and directly into the mineral line of MouzNaama.
And it does look like Nama is throwing down his bunker. He knows that there's a threat of this sort of Marine Hellion business. OGSTop probably not anticipating to see a bunker up there. There's the rearrangement on all the add-ons. There's the reactor barracks for more Marines, and of course the starport for that tech lab. And it looks like Banshees will be coming up for OGSTop shortly.
This is quite interesting. If we look at MouzNaama's production tower, he's getting an armory out, which is obviously going to be for the Thor. And this is a very hard counter to any form of harassment by Banshees, but Cloak is being researched by OGSTop.
Uh-oh, now we did see Naama get an early engineering bay last game, might do it again. It looks like the Hellions did try to make a poke up to the high ground, and Naama being very smart unloading these Marines, so that way he can do a little bit of a wall-off action. And there, the Hellions try to pop up. Look at that great positioning by Naama. Meanwhile, back in OGSTop's base, he has actually just gotten the Tech Lab add-on himself. The Armory has almost done that. Thor could be a game-ender.
And the engineering bay is being made in OGSTop's base, so the Banshee won't be able to do too much damage, but we really do need to see Naama put down an engineering bay because of the cloak. Even though the Thor is so good at taking down Banshees, this cloak is going to be extremely useful for him, and the Banshee is actually going to be waypointed into the base, and it will get in there before the Thor is even out.
Uh-oh, it looks like Naama just taking very nice free advantage, getting some extra free Hellions. There's the Banshee darting into the back of the main. There are enough Marines, though, to be able to repel this for the time being. Are there any engineering bays at all? No, it even looks like Naama is saving up energy on that orbital command. It looks like OGSTop is trying to do some micromanagement. The Thor is almost done. It is being rallied back. He's actually repairing each fired SCV. Look at that repair micro by Naama, doing a great job keeping all those SCVs alive, and the Thor gets out. OGSTop has been repelled for now. Is there another Thor coming up? No, in fact, it's Naama who sneaks back behind these two missile turrets and loses the Banshee.
Oh no, he does one thing superbly well and then the next not so good, but oh my god, he saved about 4 SCV's lives there just by repairing them.
Unbelievable. The cloak has finished for OGSTop, going to be in an awful position because this Raven is now finished. Honestly, if Naama commits every single one of those SCVs into this attack, he can easily win.
Oh, I mean, definitely, he can easily win. And he looks like he is going to be pushing out now with this Raven. He needs to bring some SCVs, though, to repair that Thor. And OGSTop could be in a world of trouble. He doesn't have siege mode at all. A tank is out, which will help. But if SCVs do go with this Thor, it could be a lot of danger for OGSTop.
Looks like the Banshees are now darting back into the main. There's the cloak. Naama has to pull back. He doesn't have another Raven, so he has to have this one here for the cloak. And there's that insane range on the Thor, doing a lot of damage to that Banshee. It looks like he will successfully repel this for now, but these Banshees for top are key because it keeps Naama pinned in the defense.
Yeah, and he's actually, if he'd moved out before day 9, if that Banshee hadn't have gone into the base, he could have killed OGSTop for sure. But now he's actually keeping him within his base. He's got siege mode out. He's got tanks in correct positions. And this delayed attack from Naama, SCV, oh my god, how many SCVs are coming?
It looks like he has, I'm trying to double click, 17 SCVs now coming up into this fray. It looks like there's 2 siege tanks from OGSTop are trying to back up and get into a good siege position. Everything is all in this attack. The Raven has enough for a couple of auto turrets. There's the Banshees that have gotten a good amount of kills and caused the remaining half of the SCVs to come, so there's not that much energy left. And here's the medevac dropping up onto the high ground. Oh no, it's taking some hits. It will not get killed off, so now the SCVs are running up onto the high ground. Everyone's workers are in the fray. There's the auto turrets going down. The tank's doing a lot of damage. One Thor is not going to fall, gets lifted back up into the medevac. There's the target fire. Naama having a huge amount of Thors. Takes out everything. It looks like this all-in from Naama might work. Nothing back in the main, but one SCV darting in. Nothing remaining for OGSTop. He is out of units.
Oh my god, this is it. OGSTop is in so much trouble. The Thor and Marines, all these SCVs doing so much damage, and Top is in a world of trouble. He's moving the command center out of this way. He knows that this Banshee is doing a lot of damage. 18 kills in the base, but I don't think OGSTop can come back from this day 9. He is moving the command center to the island, though.
Well, he does know that the loose condition is that all your buildings must be killed, so as long as he can't find my buildings, he's going to be okay. But this might end up working out a little bit better than I think we expect, because there's pretty much no way to get to the islands without a medevac out, so if he can produce Vikings to pick them off, he can still stay in this game.
Well, there's no Raven anymore. He's got Cloak, remember? And if he saves his energy, he can take down all these Marines, start building in the corners. He might not even be able to. He can't lose this Banshee, though. He's going to take down these Marines, and in theory, he could still win this.
And it looks like, no, you don't want to transfer them back yet. There are 2 Banshees in there. Naama realizes it. He does pull back, so this is an extremely odd game at this point in time. There's the land. Now, note that there is no barracks out yet. He's building a supply depot back here. We do have the Viking coming out. He's trying to sneak back to this bottom right, this orbital command, or this command center. Can't do anything yet. And oh my gosh, Naama, oh no, why is he bringing all his units back? What is going on?
I don't know, he's losing so many SCVs, and this is really smart by OGSTop, sending a Viking to the bottom right-hand side to help defend against this one Banshee without Cloak. of Nama.
He's moving forward with his SCVs. I mean, he could have just lifted the orbital command, but instead stayed for way too long. And now that the Thors have managed to get home, he's going to begin finally mining again. If we go to the income tab, we do see that Top has not started